Spread love instead of spreading lies. Yeah. That's good for your soul to spread love instead of spreading lies. You have now entered the zone of love and peace and tranquility. We are not throwing shade in anything that I say on this in my um, on my page, on my channel. It is just going to be about life itself, and it's not meant to throw shade or anything. Many of us, we get offended by things that are being said today, and sometimes God sends people to tell us certain things, and we don't want to hear it. And this enemy is fooling us out of some good teachings that we could have had otherwise. Um, okay, so here we go. Now, first of all, I'm just wetting my face a little bit. Most ladies of brown color, they a brown skin tone, a brown complexion, they have a difficult time of finding a foundation to match. So I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. This one is just going to be a regular generalized application of a foundation. Okay, this one is BB. Okay, and I'm going to show you how much I use. Just that much. See that? Just a little bit. Um, Sometimes I have to put more on it. I'm putting lotion on my hands. I already have lotion on my face. Okay. If you looked at my other video, it was a facial massage. And sometimes I don't even use all of this that I have on my hands. See, right here. All right. So what I'm going to do, often I just go ahead and use my fingers for the application. I usually do. Because I have went to school for it. Sometimes people hate to hear that you went to school for anything. If you're not a millionaire, they feel like, um, what are they saying that for? Sometimes people feel like they're worth millions of dollars, and whether they make millions of dollars or not, they know they're worthy of celebrating themselves. Okay, so look, I'm just dabbing this all over my face, and I generally only use my hands because sometimes I get into creases that you cannot get into. But sponges, I have to get another sponge. I bought some things, and I have to replace them. Okay, so sometimes I use it just like lotion, which we should not do not rub it entirely into your skin if you can help it, because it's not a lotion application. It's supposed to be topical. So here we go. Just patting that on there. And if you look at my face and my skin, even when I'm doing that, one thing, you don't have to contort your face too much, because if you contort your face too much in areas that you're actually not going to contort your face, um, or in ways that you're not going to contort your face, when after you put on the makeup, you just allow for some pockets with fill in that will be filled in with makeup, and it might start looking crunchy if you really don't ever need it to fill up those pockets. So guess what? You're worth $1 million. mm That's one thing I always say. You know where you've been, you know where you've studied. Don't let anybody discredit you for that. And if you have somebody around you that's continuously trying to be condescending and make you feel like you don't know what you know, or you didn't learn what you learned, just be confident. It's written on record in books, on transcripts, that you had to use to transfer one college to the next. And God knows it. At the end of the day, as long as you're not fooling yourself, be all right with what you've done. And people who don't know how to appropriately celebrate you, um, they usually try to take some things, take things from you, and they go in and scale up on it and try to make it look different, and they never give you credit for the fact that you've ever even said anything. And I think that's a shame on them. However, God has a gift and a ram in the bush for everyone, so you don't have to be jealous and walking around after this person thinking that they rule your life, because they don't. You're magnificent, and tell yourself these things while you're doing your makeup and your face. Oh, I am beautiful. Say it, girls. I am beautiful at any age. You had enough guys to tell you that. You should believe it by now. And yes, we have seen some people say, after you get a certain age, that's going to fade away. No, it fades away for everybody at some time in life. But guess what? You can still look good at any age, and you can still look beautiful at any age, and there will be somebody who beholds you who think that you're beautiful. Period. So just because there's a passage in scripture that says it's fleeting, every people don't work to get the same meaning. I mean, to get a sound meaning on many things. They just work to find a way to try to insult you to bring you back to your place, because there's a lot of emphasis on being being a certain age, when people who are of a certain age that knows what life really is all about, they don't get caught up in that. When I was younger, I didn't say, "Oh, I could do anything I want to. I'm going to live forever," or "That's what we're supposed to do because we're young." No, you still have a mind, and if you have a mind, it's okay to act like you have a mind and real thoughts at any age. This is why I don't get when people say, "Oh, I was young and dumb and stupid." No, you just was a person who made mistakes. At some things you don't know, and you do because you don't know. You enter into it because you don't know, and yeah, on up. Take the accountability for it, knowing that season passed, and file it under whatever's supposed to be filed under, and keep it moving, because you will never live those days ever again. So don't let anybody try to bring you down for that. If you take in full accountability for it and found a reason to, a way to make things better, if it was something that actually affected other people, then by all means do it. So, ladies, sisters, people who want to be sisterly, or all of you out there, ladies, 50-year-olds and older, you can look amazing. And someone will say and see and say that you look amazing as well. No? So that's it. Not much coverage at all. That's the dollop that I use. Then I just go in with my lip gloss and spread it just generally over my lips. I really don't have to seal too much with this particular makeup, because it does everything at once. Okay? Yes. And just put that lip gloss on. Make sure it's covering the whole lip. That's one thing that if I'm not looking in a mirror, it doesn't. And sometimes it gets in the corners. And that's it. And then I just go in with maybe my eyeshadow. I mean, not eyeshadow. I should put the eyeshadow on first. I'm so, excuse me, excited about getting to my, generally so excited about getting to my mascara sometimes, because I think lashes makes the whole face look like it's been beat with makeups and powders that it needed to have. So yeah, it's not so fanciful if you look at it. You know. Yeah. See. It's like the most minor coverage that you can actually get. Then I just take my toothbrush and brush my eyebrows. If I want to put something in there, I'll add it on. Right now they're looking all right. And yeah, just brush them. Now some people, they cut their eyebrows off and then they draw them on. That's your preference. By all means, do that if you want to make them look natural. But I don't. If you want to do that, and you can make them natural, and you can also regrow them if that's what you're trying to do as well. I try not to do that because I don't like to. Sometimes they grow in good enough that you don't have to be frantic about trying to take a long time on them. I do something with my edges too, so that I can make them look better. And I might start doing more coverage on my face. Um, yes, and I'm going to talk about relationship stuff on my next video because I'm chopping at the bits. I have a friend that he knew me as a youngster, like when I was in my teens. He knew me even before teens, and we were talking on the phone. And they told me, they said, you should be a marriage counselor. And I was thinking, wow, that's why he sent you here after all of this time to to confirm to me something that I was wanting to do, or actually venturing into anyway. And I was like, really? This is amazing because um, this is what I was already pursuing. Yeah, being a marriage counselor. Actually went to school for um, helping an angry person put their emotions back intact, get them intact. It's not really called that formally, but this is what it does. That's what the purpose of the certification is for. Um, I took psychology several times and throughout going to school, and um, I'm taking a counseling course just to add to my resume, and also have an ordination so that I could counsel and um, people from a marital perspective. And so, as you can see, it doesn't really take that much. And also, when I was attending my university, I did one semester in at a PhD level in marriage and family therapy. But over my years, I just wanted something I needed to feel like I have some credibility behind my name and doing that. And so that's one reason why I did it. I really was interested in it. And over my lifetime, I have given people advice or been able to help them to see things from different perspectives. And I know it's a gift that people refuse sometimes to pay or acknowledge me for, and instead they try to gaslight me so I can forget what I said to them because they know it's golden and they sometimes try to capitalize off of it. And that happened a few times. And I was thinking, okay, thank you, God, for showing me who my friends are and they aren't. But I don't forget it because it came from me. It came from the God in me. It came from the God who said that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I don't forget it. And I don't spread myself thin. So I know places I've been. And if anything comes out of certain situations, I'll always remember where I said it. So look out, you gotta cut the check. I said some magnificent things that I know some people, for instance, follow on social media, and sometimes they go, hey, use it. And I never gave anybody permission to record me. And in these days and age, sometimes people think they have any kind of voice equipment or recording equipment. They can just, record people and reuse and repurpose their information that, and that's it. Don't pay people. Okay, so now I'm just using a little darker color to um, give that cheekbone type of effect here. And that's it. It's really not much at all. At all. It's really thin layer. And sometimes I kick myself because I'm not using a lot. And often I don't want to. But it may, I'll do it if I'm going somewhere formal. So if you see any spots that, if you use water and you see any spots that seem like they're not blended in, just go over it again. Make sure that it's even. Okay. So look out for some videos about that too. I had some experiences and some talks with people. And yes, everybody has a unique experience. Okay. Back in, let's see, what year was that? It had to be maybe 2009 or 2009 or 2012. I had made an invitation. I do have a page for ladies who like fashion, um, shorter ladies, because we don't have any shortage of men ourselves either. So you don't necessarily have to be the same height as the commercial type of models out there to be beautiful and eligible. And also, we'll have that talk later. So, yep, that's all I'm doing here. Now, I just put a little bit of either lotion or something on your eyes to loosen up those lashes a little bit. And then I should have said that this was a talking beat or something like that. So I'm just going to do my eyelashes. I really prefer wearing the lashes because they make you look instantly like you have a full face of makeup on. They give you a different look instantly. You don't have to try too hard, but it's never good to n- um, not put all the complimentary accessories on if you get started. So if you're wearing lashes, do put the makeup on too, especially if they look out of place on you. Okay. So since I bought so many lashes and I have to replace those, so instead of doing that right now, I'm all right with the with my mascara. So it's not a big difference right now. If I keep going, it would be a lot bigger difference. But I just do that just a little bit. And I have taken a sun picture. It's coveted on my page, and nobody says, "Oh, that's a beautiful picture." But so many, I've seen now 4 people that tried to copy the picture by taking the picture in the same type of location like I did. And they won't even say, I like this picture. I'm going to try that too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim back. I don't know why people do that. I just really sometimes I just wonder. I'm supposed to be I'm already awesome. Because I'm wonderfully and fearfully made, but wow, I don't know. I haven't spent a lifetime stealing from people, so I don't know why they like to steal from me while I'm minding my business. But I don't mind the copy, but it looks a little bit weird when they befriended you, don't say anything on your posts or anything, and then all of a sudden they're copying. I had a couple of videos up, and you can't see the number of viewers. I mean, you can see the number of viewers, but not necessarily the people who viewed. So I had a number of viewers, and that was not the point. But I'm glad they even checked it out. And again, these are not things that make you who you are. The Lord made us. He gives us a day to live, one day to the next. But He also wants us to say things sometimes, when they've been not done properly. Because you probably could save somebody's soul. They might not want to hear it. They might not want to do it. They might try to pretend they're right for doing it, even though they know they're wrong. But you know, sometimes it's a reminder. Hey, I'm not really this person. So I'm going to stop doing it. But the reason why I have not been thinking about those types of things for a while, yes, I'm just putting on mascara right now. This is supposed to be the second part of foundation. I'm new to this, and usually I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on doing these applications. So generally, um, generally, I just do all of it at once. So I might do a tutorial on um, putting mascara on. If anybody out there uses it anymore, most often I see women using it. So as an undercoating beneath their lashes. Yeah. All right. So I need some more practice with that too. I just want to do this because I have another video I want to make. So here we are with that much. I have not put on eyeshadow yet. Um, I think I'm going to use eyeshadow. Just a little because I'm going to go online for a minute. So all that I was saying is just uh, to let you know And even though we're out here putting on our foundation and our makeup and all sorts of stuff, there's real things going on in our lives that we think about. But guess what? They don't have to control you. And um, realize sometimes the enemy is out just to play mind games on you because he knows that everything starts with the thought. You know, scripture says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So your mind has to actually be on board before you can make movements. And to tell you the truth, he brought me, I believe the Lord has brought me here because um, I had some awkward things happen with some work projects. You probably heard it on my video. I keep talking about it because it affects my life. That's why it affects my livelihood. And also, um, I got a chapter I need to close, and it really feels like it's a weight on my shoulders. And I try not to let it feel like that, but it does. And I will be so glad. I just hope that it's all done next week, and I don't have to think about it no more because it's like a heavy weight, and I don't want to carry the weight anymore. And it's even though there are things that are being done in people's lives that they have no control over, they don't have to waste their time talking about it, stating the obvious to people who know exactly what they're doing. Sometimes it's their point to do those types of things. It does cause a little stumbling or a little setback. For instance, you have to purchase something over again, then there's that. Most of the things I've been purchasing is for professional, try to increase my professional overall look. But what was it I was talking about that I need to purchase again? Many things. And it does cause a stumbling block. And sometimes you have to think, why is this being done? So everybody know that's wrong just like I do. And that wasn't your claim to fame or your claim on life, but it's a part of who you are and what you try to do, take steps toward. And it's not good to have yourself let down when you try it so hard and think that you're not going to feel any type of way about it. You might not want to, but it does happen. Okay, so I guess this is all I'm going to do right now. Um, Now I think, okay, if I do this, see, this is basically more realistic. When I'm in the light, I change. I have a whole complete different complexion sometimes. And yeah, so this is closer to my skin tone. This is my skin tone that you're seeing right now. Now this is the light pigmentation on my skin. This is my complexion. Okay. So as you can see, nothing that's way out there. It's simple. It doesn't look overly made up. I look like myself with just a little things here and there. It looks like they're brushed into place. But my skin feels good and it looks good. So I'm happy about that. All right. All right. So again, here's my skin tone. And I hope that you enjoy it. So do by all means go through those thoughts because people think they have to sign up for mental health for all of this foolishness that's going on out here. But sometimes you can just start to think and do some self introspection for yourself and think, just about things that happen and stop making yourself crazy for things that did happen. For instance, no, if you did say something or you didn't say something exactly what it was and you had a chance to explain yourself, someone said you didn't say anything to let them know what's going on. If they're a liar, they're just a liar. If they're a liar, you can't really express to a liar and have them to be on your side because their whole point was to tell a lie. So there's that. Don't drive yourself crazy about it. It's not going to change. Um, Other thing is people do crazy stuff and sometimes you don't deserve it. So you don't have to figure out whether you deserve it or not because you really truly don't have to do things to people sometimes for them to do something nasty towards you. Sometimes they can see the greatness in you before you're able to see the greatness in you and they're trying to steal the castle before you can even make it. But what they don't know is that you're uniquely made and when it's your time to and probably already your time to do something that they might consider extraordinary when that should not be your goal. If God didn't tell you to do that, you don't have anything to prove to somebody else. But yeah, how do you think Satan wants to? You think he's going to care because he did something wrong? No, that's his whole plight. That's what he's here to do. So if somebody lets him work inside of them, then that's what he meant to do. Because if they didn't and something convicted them, they would have apologized to you. And they would have stopped pretending that you actually did something that you didn't. Just because they don't know how to apologize and they don't want it to be said anymore. No? Okay. So there's that. And now you can't see me again. It's not too much, it's not too little, but I feel like I did something for myself with that. So I did. Okay. All right, everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, I'm going to talk about something. The next on the next slide is about relationships. About it, you're not crazy, and you don't have to act like it. Okay. So here we go. Thank you for joining in and taking a look. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have an amazing evening.